This episode, we got the keys to victory for Saul Canelo Alvarez in order to win this fight against Bud Crawford. What Canelo has to do is he kind of got to go into his bag. You know, we haven't seen Canelo dig deep into his bag and see what he can do in terms of, display his skills in the boxing game, because he's just been pretty much playing with his food. If you think about that scene in Lion King when Scar had the little mouse and he was playing with it, he could have ate it and whatnot, but he was playing with the mouse. That's really what Canelo's been doing these last few fights. He's been playing with his food. So now that he got somebody who's going to make him hunt, now you got somebody who's going to make him bring the best out of him, like Bud. Bud is a generational talent, pound for pound, one of the best. If you take a look at our top tier fighters, Bud is in the top 3, top 5. He does what he does. He's done it for a while. Canelo knows that, and he's the smaller guy, so Canelo knows as the bigger guy, he can't lose to the smaller guy coming up trying to make a legacy. In the case with David Benavidez, a lot of people don't like that he didn't fight him, but Canelo was just saying it was nothing in it for him. You got to think about boxing. Boxing is a negotiation, give and take. The other fighter who you want to fight or who people want you to fight, if they don't offer anything for your resume except just beating another, Mexican or another boxer from your culture, if that's not big enough for you to get up out of bed to, go against El Monstro, you're gonna get yourself hurt. So, a person like Bud he has a resume, he has the accomplishments, he's been undisputed a couple times. So with Bud, even though he's a smaller guy, he has the accomplishments that would make Canelo's taking this fight look valid. And a lot of people think this is a 50-50 fight. I think it's 60-40. I'm not gonna say which way, but I do think both fighters have a big chance to win it. If they fight, they fight. Like I said with Canelo, he's got to go deep into his bag to beat a guy like Crawford, because Crawford is going to utilize that ring. He might not hop on his bike. I don't know what time of Jerry style is, but what I do know is Crawford is going to use every inch of that ring. So if he got to duck into this corner, like you're going to see me on his bag, he duck into the corner and he got to hit Canelo real quick. He going to use that tiny little corner to step back and throw that punch, or whatever punch it is, because we all know Crawford can throw that punch from a lot of different angles. So Canelo knows that going into this fight. We've seen him give credit to Bud, especially going into the Spence fight. So we know that Canelo knows what it is with Bud. He's using that to elevate him in his training. I hear he's in Lake Tahoe, which is also elevated the same way Colorado Springs is. So they're both fighting in elevated grounds, to help out with those lungs, so they won't get tired late to the rounds. So we shall see. It looks like they're both training to fight 12 rounds. We'll see what happens. Peace.